Hey, we're back with more Jamberry nails. I've already put on all but one of my nails, just one lonely little nail here. I wanted to show you the process that I use from start to finish. So we're going to do that with this one little nail. So first of all, I have already obviously chosen my wraps and then sized them to make sure that they would fit. So these are the two patterns we are combining today. The checked one is called Serenity Breeze, and the adorable flower pattern with the little ladybugs that you see here is the April Style Box exclusive. So it is available through April 15th. If you like it, it's adorable. All right, now, first thing that I do is I clean my nails. I use the nail prep cleanser from Jamberry, but you can use rubbing alcohol, no big deal. I also use a cuticle pusher and just make sure that there are no cuticles on my nail, because any cuticle or skin that wrap touches, it will not stick to. So we want to make sure that we do a really good job of getting those off of there. Even if you can't see any, go ahead and push them back. Sometimes we have what are called invisible cuticles that you don't notice. All right, so now that my cuticles are pushed back, I'm going to take my nail prep wipe here and just clean it off. This makes sure that there are not any excess oils there to interfere with the wrap. Now, I use my orange stick, but you could use tweezers or really anything other than your fingers to peel the wrap off of the backing. Again, those oils interfere with application. All right, so now I can't do this with it facing the camera. I'm not that good. You want to put the wrap on, and you want it to be as close to the cuticle as you can get so that they look nice, but again, being very careful not to touch the cuticle. All right, so it's just laying on there. Now, for the application method that I'm using today, sorry, that's my phone, I'm not pressing down at all. And you can kind of see that it is just laying on there flat. All right. So the next step then, this is called the 1, 2, 3 method. I have another video out there with it with more sliding, honestly. I have my Jamberry mini heater here. You can use your hair dryer if you don't happen to have this. I also know women who use their car vents or even turn their oven on. Be very, very careful if you're using an alternative method, but the Jamberry heater or the blow dryer work just great. All right, so I'm going to turn this on. It's so quiet. I doubt you can even hear it, or if you can, just barely. And I'm going to take my nail and just for a very brief second, put it in front. All right, and then we're done. Now, I'm just going to press up the center here, just straight up, just a couple of times. This just gives it something to anchor to. We'll come back and make sure that's stuck really good here in a second. So that's step 1. Step 2, we just heat one side. So I'm just going to keep my finger sideways here, just heat one side for about 3 to 5 seconds. And then I'm just going to press from the center straight out. Okay, center where it's already adhered. Straight out. And you want to do this all the way from the base to the tip, and I do it a couple times just to make sure it's down good. You can absolutely use your rubber cuticle pusher or something to help you get a little leverage and get it pressed down well. Alright, and then we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're done. Press from the center straight out, center straight out, center straight out. Okay, now the final step, just to make sure that it's all adhered, is to just take your nail flat against it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then press all around. This is again where that cuticle pusher could come in handy. I just happen to not like using it, so I don't. I also put gel over my nails, so I know that it's going to stick no matter what, because I add that extra layer, and I'm going to show you how to do that too. All right, so this is all nice and adhered now. Okay, looks great. There's no bubbling, there's no nothing. There's a lot of excess, so we're going to take our little cuticle scissors and just trim the excess off real quick here. That's going to make our next step a little easier. Now for this next step, you can do 2 different things. You can file, just use a nail file, and file the excess off at a 90-degree angle. Or if you're impatient like me, you can use nail clippers. So I'm just going to use my nail clippers and take a very tiny sliver of my natural nail along with the wrap here. And this is going to give me a nice smooth edge without worrying about that filing. And the pressure is also good to help seal it. So this is why it's my preferred method of getting rid of that excess. Now do make sure you take some of your natural nail with it, because if you don't, then you're not really getting all the excess. All right, now one last little dose of heat. We're going to take a plastic baggie and wrap our nail in it nice and tight, and then it goes in front of the Jamberry heater for another just a couple of seconds here. And that just helps to make sure that the tip is nice and sealed. Okay, now I promised you gel too. That's it for the nail wraps. If you stop here, you're good to go, and it should still last you for a couple of weeks. If, however, like me, you're super hard on your nails, I mean, we're talking I picked staples out of my bulletin board. Okay, so if you're hard on your nails, you want this next step too. Now, all I have here is I have the True Shine base coat from Jamberry and the True Shine top coat from Jamberry. Okay, those are only two gels that you need for this. And then, of course, I have the Jamberry LED light for the gels so that they will cure properly. I also need a buffer block. This one happens to be Jamberry, but of course you can get buffer blocks at your local dollar store even. And then I am going to again need the prep wipe. I can't talk. Okay, first thing I do, and this does not take much, okay, I'm going to take my buffer block and just gently and very briefly buff the nail wrap. Okay, this roughs it up a little bit for one thing, but it also helps to make sure that you haven't gotten any oils on it since you applied it. All right, so now I'm going to take the base coat. I'm going to get really most of the excess off of my brush. You don't want a lot of extra there. Okay. Now I'm going to start by just doing a quick paint or two, just like you would normally paint your nails. Okay. Next, I'm going to take my brush. Okay, I'm working backwards in the camera here. Take my brush and I'm going to put it down the wrong way. I'm going to press, and I'm going to go up and back, past the edge of my nail and then back, up and back, up and back, up and back. What this does is it gets some gel on the very tip of your nail, which is going to help seal it. Okay. Now I need just a little bit more gel on my brush, so if you don't need it, don't do that, but I'm going to get a little more gel and just finish painting. You want to make sure that you get the whole wrap covered. If there's any free nail there, you want to make sure you get gel on it as well. Okay, so just paint it like you normally would. Now, if painting like you normally would makes a mess for you, as it does for me, here's a simple trick. Take your orange stick, whichever end you prefer, doesn't matter, and just go around. You want to make sure that the gel is not on your skin or cuticle, because just like a Jamberry wrap, that's going to make it difficult for it to last as long as it should. Okay, now I also go under my nail just in case there's any excess there. Just take that extra off. All right, it's an extra step. It takes a little bit of time, but you know, it's totally worth it because it makes that gel last longer. All right, now I'm going to take my, sorry, my phone is just interrupting me like crazy today. Let me turn that off. Okay, I'm going to take my Jamberry light here, and I'm going to angle this away from the camera, but I'm going to put it in and hit the button, and you can kind of see the blue glow there. This is perfectly timed, so I don't even have to think about it, which is awesome because I totally couldn't count while I was making this video. So I just leave it in there until the light goes off, and then once it goes off, we are ready to put on the top coat. We're going to follow the exact same steps for the top coat. The only difference is that after that top coat is cured, I'm going to wipe it down with this Jamberry prep, and again, you could also use alcohol, okay, alcohol swabs or something. and that just removes a little layer of stickiness. So that's it. That's all there is to doing your nails with Jamberry. It's so easy. So I want you to try this, okay? And I want you to let me know how it goes. If you have questions, if you have problems, if something doesn't work quite the way it should, please don't hesitate to tell me that. I am here to help, all right? So I hope that you love this. I hope that you talk to me, and I hope you show me your finished manicure, all right? See you later, girls.